Hi, Dave here from Staying Geek. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whole purpose of this video is the Muoverti bike. If you cycle indoors, or you're thinking of cycling indoors, or you have cycled indoors, you probably want different things from your bike, but one of the things you probably want is you want entertainment, and sometimes you want something that feels a little bit more like, or a lot more like, a real bike. That's the argument from Muoverti. What they're saying is you should have something that feels as close to real as possible, but also has everything built into it in that word some people call the handlebars, the cockpit, which is the equivalent to an Xbox controller. So it doesn't matter what cycling platform you throw at this bike, now or in the future, you have future proofing, arguably, because you can do all the sorts of things you might want to do, like lots of Zwifters want Mario Kart skills, and you will see in this video you've got Mario Kart stuff on their own little platform. So it's multi-platform, it's ANT plus Bluetooth, all that sort of stuff, but what it does, it gives you that flexibility to have the real bike feeling, but also Xbox controller. Enough of my rabbiting on. What I'm going to do is flip you now onto their advertising video that shows you what they claim it does, and then I will tell you after I've got on the bike what I think of it. I will include in this as well an interview we had with their creator and founder. So thanks for watching, hang on in there.
Muoverti bikes feel just like you're riding outdoors. You can balance and steer, accelerate and brake, and fully engage legs, core and upper body. The on-pedal feel is natural because it's truly the only bike that has the physics right, like gravity and inertia. And because we've digitized everything, you can visualize all your training data, so it's a highly effective training simulator. The bikes are designed to look beautiful at home with different frames that you can easily swap, say for a different person in your household or a different configuration. And it gets even better because you can now ride freely in virtual spaces and even connect to your Xbox. Once the bike becomes the controller, the possibilities are endless, from esports to interactive gaming. We can now create experiences together that simply weren't possible before. So let us know what you think.
Key thing is to get the Muoverti to fit you, and so this was set up for a much smaller rider, and thankfully the Muoverti caters for people of all different heights, even for somebody as tall as me, so I was able to do that. And the other bit was cocking your leg over. If you're used to a normal smarttrainer that's bolted rigidly to the floor, then as you know, it's just quite easy to cock your leg over, but not at all realistic, where this was a bit more realistic. In fact, no, not even a bit, a lot more realistic. So to think about getting your balance, that's the key thing. As soon as you're on here, it feels like you're riding something like akin to riding outdoors, and you're having to balance yourself. And I thought that was really interesting straight away. It felt different, it felt more dynamic. And as far as riding the bike goes and controlling it, you've got, when I say controlling it, I mean the gears now, because you've got something akin to Di2 on the bars, and plus, as you'll see later in the interview, you've got the ability to use it like an Xbox controller. I think that's already been mentioned in the promo video. So even just lifting myself just gently out of the saddle once, you can feel the bike move about more under you. Not like rollers, you know, when you're riding on rollers, you're thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen next? Sometimes, where with this, you've got that flexibility, the balance, but without the potential instability. You can see my watts going up here. What I wanted to know is, with something that felt so, with the need to balance, let's put it that way, I'm just trying to find the right words, you wondered if you could get the watts down. Because the key thing is, you know, if you're into esports, the last thing you want is something that wobbles about too much is going to lose watts. Where with this, even though it was something you have to focus, even if it's subconsciously, on remaining upright, and don't get me wrong, you're not going to fall over sideways or anything on this one. You're going to stay upright. But what's it like putting the pressure on the pedals, trying to get the watts out? And it's there, it's possible. So this is the close-up of one of the bikes. There was two bikes there at the show. They will come apparently in different livery styles, whether they be customizable, could be quite a nice little feature. How much do these things cost as well? They're about a year off production at the moment, and the thought is that it'll probably sell for something like £3,000. That's UK, which, you know, what do you think? Please put down in the comments below, what do you think? Because they're looking for feedback. If you wonder what that tape is below there, duct tape, that's just cable management. and that's the other bike. See, they're identical. I do like the spray job on this one because it reminds me of the Giro d'Italia, which is very timely at the moment, which the time of recording this is about to happen. And this is me on the Muoverti indoor cycling app they've created. Clearly, as you've seen already, you can use any cycling app that does Bluetooth and Plus. So you can connect just like if you love riding Zwift or RGT or Ruvi or wherever you can do, or even Grand Theft Auto with the bike hack you can do. Well, with this one, this is something you can connect with your friends, you can communicate with the headset with your friends, you can all ride together, you can fire rockets at them, you can get power-ups, you can shoot things at targets, all that sort of stuff. So it's totally gamified. So whatever floats your boat, whatever motivates you to train, whatever your purpose of training, your end goal is, you've got the bike that feels more dynamic, and then you've got the different training platforms that you can choose. So it's largely, agnostic of what training platform you've got or you want to use, but say they've got their own that you can access.
Typically what you have right now in cycling environments is you can collect a lot of data and you can basically just go straight, right? So there's no steering, there's no wearing off the road. So what we've done is we implemented full steering control and balancing control on the bike. So in a gaming environment or in any digital environment that we from Xbox or PS2, you can actually go wherever you like, and that makes the whole experience a lot more immersive. You can compete against one another. You can collect tokens. You can do wherever you want, whether it's sort of serious cycling, practice drafting, for example, or whether it's complete gamification and doing Mario Kart. The whole point of it is that it's a lot more immersive. And therefore, your full body is engaged physically because you recruit your natural, balancing reflexes, and your brain is fully engaged because you're fully immersive in the game environment. So in a way, the exercise comes as a secondary benefit to the fun that you're having while you're doing it.
That was the Muoverti. So 1 year from production, it's out for test at the moment to get feedback on. Likely retail price about £3,000 for what it offers. From what you've seen from the video, what do you think? Please leave your comments down below. We're really interested to know. Thanks for watching. Bye now.